Hi tribe, Ty the Manifestation Goddess here, and this message today is going to be about Psalms 23. I woke up today and I was guided to listen to a lecture. I believe it's on Brian Scott's channel. It was just going over Psalms 23, so I just listened, and then I was on my way to church. If you new here, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but whenever I feel called to go to church, then I go to church. So I was going to a new church that someone gave me a card to go to in the mall a few weeks ago. So as I'm driving, as I get to the church, I didn't see the church that was at the location. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I call whatever number was on the card and like, hey, I got this card from someone at the mall. I don't see the church here. And it's like, oh, well, we moved and church isn't for another like 2 hours. So I was like, okay. So then I was guided to drive to another church, and it's a mega church. If you don't know where I'm at, I'm in Dallas, and I do not care for mega churches. I'm over here arguing and fussing with God the whole drive there. I'm like, I don't like mega churches. I'm not going to resonate with this, blah, 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 blah. So I get there, and the message was from Psalms 23, and I just like chuckled to myself like, God, I was going to come because I'm an obedient servant, so I was going to come to the church, but I'm going to fuss and fight on my way there. So I ended up leaving that church in time to make it to the next church, and this is the first time in my adult life I have ever went to two different churches. Yeah, two different new churches on top of that. Two churches I've never even been to. So I went to the next church. I'm fussing on the way there because I'm already kind of irritated from some other things. So I get there, completely different church. I mean, this was like a small church. It was like in this youth community center. I'm like, God, I don't like small churches. It's going to be so intimate. I don't really like to be hugged or touched. And in that moment, God stopped me and was like, do you see the problem here? And I laughed at myself because I was like, I'm the problem. I mean, this is a completely different topic, but I realized like God is like, how am I going to bless you when you're not satisfied in any situation I put you in? Like, no matter if it's big or small, you're expressing your disgust really versus being grateful. So that's another lesson. But I did repent at that moment, apologize to God. It's like, I get it, I'm going to receive what I need to receive. I'm going to welcome the experience with open arms. So as I went into the church, met the pastor, and then they started preaching from Psalms 23. And that was my light bulb. It was like 3 times in one day within a few hours. It's still morning time. And they're preaching from Psalms 23. I'm hearing Psalms 23. So even to blow my mind even further. So after church, I'm driving and I'm just thinking like, God, like, what is my purpose right now? Like, I feel so confused. Like, what is my purpose? Like, I just feel heavy in my faith. Like, every lesson that I've been given lately has been being heavy in my faith, like being heavy in my faith. So I'm driving, and then I'm also listening to I can't think of the YouTube channel, but I'll post it here. And as I asked that question, I was like, okay, I feel like my purpose is to be heavy in my faith. The YouTuber mentioned how some people's purpose is to just be heavy in their faith and to be a living testimony through their faith, that other people can see that their faith in God and what that faith in God has done for their life being their divine purpose. And I was just like a light bulb just went off. Like, that is my purpose, is to be heavy in my faith. Like, God lead me to green pastures. Like, that is how I'm going to get there, by being heavy in my faith. So that is the message today. I want to remind you from Psalms 23 that God is guiding your path. So to lean heavy into that faith in God, that faith into your intuition, that faith into higher self, faith in the universe, the faith in source, all of those are God. So the reminder here is, if you desire God to lead you to greener pastures, you need to lean heavy into your faith. Above all, above everything, trust God. God literally works in miraculous ways that you would never understand, you would never comprehend, you would never think of. So lean heavy into your faith. And as always, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm free. Yahweh. Bye.